Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. However you say it. Here are two guys whose brains are like vegetables. That's right. The Nice Guys on Business.
I want to remind you, we've been doing this for 11 years now?
Yeah.
What happens generally when we put out a call to action?
Oh, I know the answer to this.
What is that? What's the answer?
Absolutely nothing.
Exactly. So that's why, if for anybody that was listening, if you heard the sarcasm in my voice of if we get more than one recording, I mean, could it happen? Sure. And fish could fly.
The Nice Guys are upgrading the electric in their podcast studio. They're wiring for 220, 221, whatever it takes. Idiots. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Okay, we are live and in person. It's so much better that we're not in a studio.
It's so much better.
I can't imagine. When I talk to new clients about the idea of starting a podcast, and they talk about that they want to go into a studio to record it, I keep thinking, why do you want to complicate this?
Mm-hmm.
It's so much easier. You're in Austin, Texas. I'm in, where the hell am I?
Ojai.
I'm in Ojai,
California.
California. And we've been doing the podcast this way for 8 years. And for 3 years before that, we were in the same state, and yet we still recorded remotely because it was just made more
Actually,
sense.
our very first episode, we tried to record together and realized what a pain in the ass it was.
Yeah, pain in the ass. Hey, I saw that Steve O'Brien is now on our Nice Guys calendar for an interview.
Yeah, what is the date for that? You invited me. I'm excited about that.
It's in July. I know that because I won't be back until July from my trip to Italy. Buongiorno.
I think it was like July 7th or something. Okay. Good.
So I'm excited to be able to record with Steve-O, but I think we have a couple of topics that right now are a little bit more timely and a little more pressing. So I have a very serious question I need to ask you, and I need to know what your first thought is when I share this phrase with you. Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready. We have to do some business first.
Shit.
First of all, welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
Hey.
I want to clarify that the Nice Guys on Business is sponsored by the Nice Guys on Business. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately, and it's a lot, I guess, a variety. In the past, I've listened to the new episodes of the same show over and over again. I've expanded to try to pick up some new podcasts. So many fucking ads. I mean, it's crazy.
So should we? Were you saying tongue in cheek? We're sponsored by the Nice Guys, so we don't have to actually do a fucking commercial.
That's it exactly. I want to reiterate with our listeners that hey, when we dive right into the show and there are no ads, you can say thank you. Although I do occasionally put a pre-roll ad. It's usually like a turnkey thing.
Don't we have I was going to say, don't we have a turnkey ad at the beginning of this?
Sometimes, but we've gotten so few calls from it. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. They know.
You know what? Just take the check mark off of that column. Why don't you just get rid of that column? We don't need. You know what? Let's just do our ad. Do you remember when DC 101 or WKRK? What was the name of the rock and roll station in Baltimore when we were growing up?
98 Rock.
Okay, what was the other one? Because I wasn't a 98 Rock listener.
Well, there was DC 101.
Oh,
that was in DC.
WLPL.
Oh, that was Philadelphia, I thought.
Was it? Okay, maybe you could be right. Anyway, when WLPL used to come on the air and say, we are doing 40 minutes commercial free.
Right,
do you remember?
Right. Oh, yeah.
We are going to do, let's make a promise to our Nice Guy community. We are going to do at least the next 6 months commercial free. How about that?
Oh, wow. That's it. What happens when we get a sponsor, though?
Shit, we'll take their money and we won't run a commercial and we tell them we did. How about that? No, let's not do that. That's not right.
We promise that there will be no more than one commercial, 0 to 1 commercials when you're listening to the Nice Guys on Business. And then in the same breath, when I say I'm annoyed at all the ads, most of the podcasts where there are lots of ads, they do say, hey, look, if you can become a sponsor or go to Patreon or get a subscription and skip the ads.
Yeah.
And it's a good option. I mean, when you and I were growing up and watching ABC, NBC, or CBS, and those were the only options, there was no option to pay for a subscription with no ads. You just had to sit through the fucking ads.
There was no, it just, so we're dating ourselves, Nice Guy community. There was no cable TV.
Right. No such thing.
There was no cable.
There was no WB. There was no CW. There was no CNN. There was no nothing. It was ABC, NBC, CBS.
Not even the internet. There was no internet.
Fucking scary.
What the hell did we fucking do? You know what we did? We rode our bikes. We swam all summer long and rode our bikes. In winter, we usually got frostbite from sledding out so many hours in the day. And there was probably an excessive amount of masturbation that was going on as well.
Right. When you see those memes that are like, I don't mess with Gen X. And why don't you mess with Gen X?
Right.
Because their parents basically threw them out in the morning and then just expected them to come home when the street lights went out.
Wait, what year is Gen X? You're Gen X because you were born in 65, right?
Oh yeah, technically you're a boomer.
I'm a baby boomer.
Yeah, you're a boomer.
That's really bad.
I may be the first year of Gen X, but I am squarely a fucking Gen X. Like,
I feel Gen X. I feel like I'm Gen X too. I feel like baby boomers were like the war parents, right? Right.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you have more of a Gen X attitude than a baby boomer attitude, definitely. But yeah, it's like, just drinking from the hose and, come home and make our own meals. And like, we don't need any fucking help from anybody. Latchkey kids.
I was like 10 years old getting off the school bus from elementary school and into my apartments, Falstaff Manor apartments, and would let myself into the apartment. And I don't know that we had a lock on the door. I don't know that we did. I would come into the apartment. If it hadn't gotten robbed that day, I would sit down and watch television. If it had, and we had no television because it was stolen, then I'd have to go play out in the backyard in what we call the gully, which also is known as the drainage ditch. We used to play in the gully in our back fucking yard. Oh my God. All of these great memories now flooding back to me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I grew up on Ultraman, the Jetsons, and the original Batman on television, starring Adam West and Bruce. What was it? Adam West and
who was Robin? I don't remember now, but Adam West was pretty fucking brilliant.
Yeah, and Yvonne DiCarlo was the Catwoman.
Yeah, she was a hottie, yeah.
Oh, and Gilligan's Island. I used to watch first runs of Gilligan's Island. Ultraman was my favorite.
Oh,
anyway, so yes, are you listening to more podcasts now? And are you like frustrated by the sheer amount of commercials that are on the show?
Yes, that was it exactly. That's what I wanted to bring up. And so I just wanted to tell our listeners, our Funkin' fans, be appreciative that you don't have to deal with that shit with us.
And if you're not appreciative, we just have one piece of advice. Stop fucking listening to the show, okay? Because we are bringing this to you out of the goodness of our heart. And we have brought 1,750 episodes, or whatever number fucking we're at this point. We've been bringing you these episodes for 11 years, pretty much commercial-free for 11 years. Okay, so just know that. Now, there are two types of shows that are out there that do have commercials, and here's typically the format. Tell me which format you like better, Strickland. Okay, you get the commercial right up front, like the Daily. They have a commercial before you even listen to the show. It's usually a 30 or a 60-second commercial, maybe one or two commercials, so a total of 60 seconds, and then you have a little preview and then into the episode. Or you have like the Journal, Wall Street Journal's podcast, and they do a preview that's usually a minute or two long, and then they have a commercial, and then you have to sit through the commercials, and then they come back. Which of those formats do you prefer?
Well, a commercial right at the very, very beginning is always good, because then I just hit skip forward 15 seconds over and over and over until I hear the episode start.
Okay, but if you do that, you don't, other than the title of the show, which you typically would just be reading before you hit the play button, you have to do that before you even get to the show itself to know whether you want to listen to it. With the journal, at least you can have 2 minutes, and then if they come up with a subject like, and we'll talk about this today too, I'm sure, the SpaceX initial public IPO for SpaceX. Then you can say, hey, that's cool. I want to listen to that. And then when the commercials come, you can still forward hit the 15-second button for that one.
I look at the title before I decide if I'm even going to listen to it. You don't look at the title?
So you make a decision not based upon the personality of the host and the way that it feels for you. You basically read that. You're a headline reader and then make a decision.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's bold of you, because sometimes you don't really know the angle until you listen to the preamble of what the show's about.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No.
Well, often
it's just your personality.
When it comes to the daily, often it's topics I just don't give a shit about. Or if it's something maybe that I have enough information already and don't really care to hear any more information, more detail about it.
Is there any show that you listen to that you would listen even if the topics, like search engines? Sometimes it takes PJ a little while to get into the topic because he's talking about something else or going in a different direction, but then he'll get clear. There'll be some clarity and then he'll get moving. Like, do you listen to that no matter what the topic is that they're going to talk? Like, is there any show that is without question you will listen to the episode because you just like the cadence of the show?
So search engine is a good example, kind of, to me, of the opposite of that. When it first came out, I listened to 1 or 2 episodes, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it's a different show or maybe they've tightened it up since then, but they fucking ramble like worse than us.
It's only a guy. It's only a single guy. It's PJ's single.
No, maybe it was a different show I was thinking of then. Oh, Hard Fork. That was it.
Oh, yeah. You don't like Hard Fork at all.
No,
well, their voices are a little irritating.
And that too, right? Like their voices are annoying, but they also, they're just like, they come on and they say, yeah, well, let's talk about this Microsoft merger. And then
they never get to
minutes, they'll wander about all kinds of other shit. And it's like, dude, I tuned in to hear about the Microsoft, whatever bullshit it might have been. And I was like, no, not going to do it. Search engine. I'm trying to think of the other one. There are a couple that
you introduced me to search engine.
I don't even fucking remember. My brain is fried today. Just been.
I know. You've
so much shit going on, I didn't realize all 3 of us, you, me, and Ashley,
I know,
out.
That was bad timing.
Next week at the same fucking time.
Horrible timing. Very bad timing. Who's in charge? Who's in charge?
Yeah, nobody's in charge.
Angelica's here and she's in charge, and Francine and Arlu, and I mean everybody on her. They don't really need us, except for the new clients. The new clients need us because they haven't really gotten acclimated to our culture yet and understand that we are just we're like Oz, but we do none of the work. And it's not because we can't do the work. It's because they are much better than we are.
Right. 100%. But there are times where we need to get involved because they don't necessarily know the answer. And sometimes we do. And that's the only thing I'm worried about. And then our new clients, our new, authority podcast that we're doing, which is, my brain just hurts. There's too much going on.
I know. I just saw that list, and then I saw all of the username and passwords that we need to put in our system. And I'm like, okay, well, this was good while it lasted, the 3 days it lasted.
Yeah.
Hurry up and wait, right? It was hurry up and wait. And now it's hurry up because we need you to hurry up.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have been really nice to have that conversation that we had last week, like a month ago, right?
And then kind of smooth into it.
Right. When we signed and we're good to go. And I have plenty of time before we actually have to start doing something to learn their system. But
Well, you can always push back and say, look,
No,
you
it's
gotta.
okay.
Oh.
I want to start making money. I don't want to wait. I mean, we got to do it at some point, right?
And there it is. And there it is. Well, I'm doing my
We've
best to help
waited
us
long
make
enough.
money in other places as well. So you're doing good. You're so appreciated. I don't even want to learn that system. I can't. As soon as I got hit with here are the spreadsheets and the color coding, I'm like, I checked out.
Yeah, that's why I texted you even before I hit send on the email. I'm like, the email I'm getting ready to send you, don't read it. Don't fucking read it. You don't
really
want to know.
The first words out of Strickland's brain mouth were, "It's very long."
It's very long.
It's very long.
It's very complicated.
And then the second, I got a second email, and it said, "You don't need to come to this meeting."
Yeah. Yeah.
That was good too. Hey, let's I just real quick, I just want to touch the financial question of the SpaceX IPO. So the IPO launched, I think it was like at 138 or 140 or something like that.
Okay.
And in like 2 days it shot up to 220, 210, something like that.
Okay.
What is it at today? Do you know?
I have no idea. I did hear that, the IPO price, which I think was 135 or something, there was a preset price, which is apparently an unusual way to do it.
Holy shit.
And people were like, oh my God, even at 135, it's overpriced. But the price fucking went up on the first day. But I haven't noticed if it stayed there.
It's at 180 right now. So I think
that's a significant increase from like in a couple of days, basically.
Okay, the highest it was 201, I think.
That's significant.
Even 201 is high. 130. So if you put $100,000, I don't know how much you could buy, but I was thinking about, well, maybe I'll just buy $1,000 of SpaceX just to see, and I would have had $1,200. And or whatever, and that would have been great to have the $1,200, but it's not worth losing the $1,000 because the stock is so fucking overvalued. There is no reason other than just because that it should be valued at what it is. So I don't know. Are we in an AI bubble? That would be an AI, like a tech bubble. Are we in an AI bubble right now?
Sure, but what you just said, that it's overpriced, right? Well,
yes.
Who's to say?
Well, nobody's to say.
That's the thing.
Nobody can tell you. I mean, there are certain stocks that have. I think it was some like the Journal was doing a whole episode on the SpaceX IPO, and they were saying it might be 3% of stocks that actually have the correct valuation, and they're saying that this one in particular is so overvalued. But could it perform? Well, right now it's performing at a loss. I mean, SpaceX actually is the losing arm of the entire Elon Musk like triad. AI is really where they're looking to make their money, and they're not making any money on AI either. Or maybe they're making but SpaceX is a billions of dollar loser every year.
That's crazy.
I don't know, overvalued, who knows? But unimportant because we are not in the stock market for the long run. For the short term, we are definitely long run people. And for us, that's until death, about 2 years. And speaking of death, this is the topic I wanted to talk about when I first thought. Okay. So have you ever heard of the Neptune Society?
Never.
Okay. So the Neptune Society is an association of funeral parlors and crematoriums that are in business to have you do some pre-planning. And what I'm dealing with my mom right now, and I love my mom, but she is not a decision maker. And my mom has toiled over what does she want to do. Okay. She's 93 years old. There's not a long window that we have right now.
Yeah, it's true.
But so she goes between I want to be buried to I want to be cremated to I want to go in the cemetery, or I don't know where I want to go to. Are you going to have a graveside service? Are you doing it in the chapel? I'm like, Mom, make up your fucking mind. Because with my stepdad and my dad and my brother, some of those decisions were made, but the majority of those decisions are made like after you're gone. You know, not like months after you're gone, literally hours after you're gone, you are, okay, what arrangements do you want to have
Right.
made?
You have to make them
You
quickly.
have to make them. Now you have literally 5 days by the time or 7 days, by the time from the time you die to the time that you have to do something. So I'm just tired of all that bullshit. So I just said, I'm going to make the decision right now. I mean, not right now. I'm going to make the decision before I go, so nobody else has to make the decision. And I'm going to take care of paying for it too, so nobody is taking it out of any kind of inheritance that I'm providing, or God forbid, they'd have to pay for something on my own.
Absolutely.
So my question is to you, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What do you think that, what are your beliefs tell you that you need to do?
I definitely just want to be cremated somewhere. I don't want to be fucking put into a box and put in the ground and have a headstone and all that shit.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't want any of that stuff. Have I like written that down into a will yet? No, I should do that. I should definitely.
Well, I don't even know that you need to write it into a will. Well, you probably should, but put your wishes into the will. But why don't you just take care of it? Like, why don't you just like so? So let me take you through the process. So I got a postcard about 2 years ago from the Neptune Society and another one from a company called Tulip. And the Neptune Society, they're pretty aggressive with their marketing. So once you respond, I'm interested, can you send me information? You are now, until you die, you are on their hook.
Okay.
So they wrote me an email, or maybe they sent a letter. I can't remember. We're doing an event in Ojai, California at Camarco, which is literally in my backyard. And they said, we're doing a seminar here on pre-planning. Would you be open to coming? So I said yes. It's a free lunch. I'm like, yes.
Right, of
and
course.
you can bring somebody with you. So I said to JJ, let's go to this. I want to find out more information. So he called me a day before and he said, hey, Doug, you and JJ are the only two that signed up for this. Can I just take you out to lunch as opposed to going to Camarco? You don't have to sit through a seminar and all of that stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. He said, there's a golf course that's in Ojai. It's called Soul Park. Would you go there? And I said, yeah, that's right across the street from me too. So we meet him at Soul Park Golf Course. And within 15 minutes, he's told me the entire plan. He's outlined all of the costs. Is this something that you're interested in doing? I said, I need to do a little investigation. I came home, I did my investigation. And he said, okay, just contact me when you're ready to go if you decide that you want to do it. If you decide not to do it, could you just let me know? I said, no problem. I said, I'm going out of the country, but I definitely want to decide before then because I just don't want to have to deal with this decision at any point in the future. So they have basically two plans that I was interested in. One was called the traditional plan, local, which is if you die within 75 miles of your house, they take care of all the arrangements, cremation, urn, all of that stuff. Plan two, transportation of the body, all of that. Plan two is all of U.S. and Canada, so you could die anywhere, and in USA and Canada, and it's $500 more for that because I'm assuming if you die somewhere else, it costs money to transport it.
Sure.
I'm like, so I talked to JJ and I said, which one do you think would be better? And she said, well, you probably for $500 more, just take the USA and Canada thing.
I kind of agree.
Yeah, so that's the one. That's the one I picked. I called the guy. He sent over the paperwork. I put it on a 12-month plan, so I'm paying. I think it's $3,200 for everything.
Oh, not $3,200 a month for 12 months.
No, $3,200. Period.
Total.
The end. That's it.
Okay.
That includes transportation. That includes the urn. That includes refrigeration. That includes. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff that's included in that, death certificates, all the stuff, all the things that you
reasonable.
Need. Seems very exactly what I thought. So
because as soon as you get into like fucking caskets and
oh my god, the casket itself is like $6,000 at least.
It's ridiculous shit.
So I'm like, I'm not doing any of that stuff.
Headstones and being buried and all that.
Right.
Yeah, fuck all that. Yeah.
Right. So all of those things. So they do give you, there was two other plans. One of them included like a service. One of them was a celebration of life and all of that stuff. And I'm like, no, they'll just handle that. If they want to do that, let them do that on their own. They can use my inheritance for that. If they don't want to do that, then I'll pay for that too. It doesn't matter. But I don't need the Neptune Society to figure that stuff out for me. I figure it's a practical way to make arrangements. You don't have to now at 61. Now I'm just like, okay, it's fucking taken care of. Nobody has to deal with it ever again. And I am excited about that.
Okay, I have questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
How long has this Neptune Society been around?
I think 50 years.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Because the next question was, all right, you got a contract with who? Is this like a group of, and somebody will pick it up when it happens? Because what if it's 20, 30, 40 years down the road?
And they're out of business?
Right, exactly.
Okay, so it's really interesting. The afterlife process is very regulated in many states. California is one of those states. You can't sell somebody something for, like, you couldn't sell me a funeral, like a burial plot, and then go out of business and me lose the burial plot, because the state of California and many other states, not just California, are very protective of that kind of service, kind of like life insurance. As a matter of fact, you're not really buying the service from Neptune Society. What you're buying is a funeral life insurance policy.
Okay.
That is dedicated to the arrangements after you're gone for your cremation and the various things that they have written into the contract. So it is like imagine buying a life insurance policy for $3,200.
Sure.
And period, the end, that's it. There's no other, my arrangement is not with the Neptune Society. They're just the arrangement of the pieces. And if Neptune goes out of business, I still have this policy with this insurance company that takes over from there. Highly regulated.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense to me. This has been What Do You Do When You Die with the Nice Guys on Business.
This episode is called 6 Feet Under. Did you ever watch that show on either Netflix or HBO? That's really good.
I remember hearing about it, and I remember hearing that it was very good, but I don't remember ever actually watching it.
It's about a family that owns a funeral business, and I think the dad passes away, and the kids and the mom are running, not kids, but the children of the adult children of the owner and his wife run the business with the mother. And there is a lot of drama involved in the funeral business.
Okay, good to know.
So you may want to consider, if you haven't already done it, and I was actually going to talk to you about it. I'm like, maybe this should be a turnkey benefit, and you get it and I get it also, and then we just have the business pay for it.
Dude, works for me. I love that. I mean, it's a write-off at that point. You know, we are important to the company.
We are.
At some point when we're not important to the company, nobody will fucking remember, and we'll have the policies already.
I do think it becomes a income, though, doesn't it? Because is cremation, is that a deductible employee expense that's not considered income to the employee?
That's a damn good question. I don't know what that would be considered.
Kind of like health insurance.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like it would be write-offable, right? I think that is an excellent idea. It's definitely something we should plan ahead for, and we should definitely talk about making that a business expense.
I think so too.
Yeah, definitely.
We have what's called a lifestyle business, also known as a death style business too as well. And you brought up a topic when we were talking either through text or on the phone the other day, and I can't remember what it was. And you said, "Oh, we got to talk about that on the show." Do you remember what that was?
Not one fucking bit.
I knew you wouldn't remember.
Not one fucking bit. I do remember saying that to you, and I have no fucking idea what it was I was talking about. Yeah,
it's going to be a short episode today.
No fucking idea. Well, you're going to Italy. We haven't talked about that. And do you know where I'm going when I go away next week?
No, I was actually quite surprised that you were going away the same weeks that me and Ashley were going away too. We probably should do in the future a better job of communicating.
I know. I was thinking about that. But then I was also thinking about your Italy trip wasn't flexible because you're working around your neighbor's cruise, right? And mine, so I'm going to Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So my brother and sister-in-law, their parents own a restaurant on Martha's Vineyard, a bar / restaurant. It's actually a bar, but they also serve food now at Martha's Vineyard. They have for a long time, and it's very well known. And so they are up there for the summer and just, hanging out and helping to run the restaurant. And so we got an invite. I think what happened was, it's Vera's sister's family rented a place to go hang out with them for a couple days or a week or something, and they had some extra days. What's it? Oh, Josh rented it? Okay, so her brother rented it rented a house for a week up there. And
wait, so your brother and
my brother-in-law, Vera's brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking. I'm like, I haven't heard you mention Guy.
No. Vera's brother rented a place up there for a week. For the first half of the week, Vera's sister and her family are going to be up there. And for the second half of the week, they're like, do you guys want to come up? And we're like, yeah, sure. Fucking free place and Martha's Vineyard. And so
I've never been to Martha's Vineyard.
I've never been either.
Very posh, I hear.
Here's how posh it is. Okay. So we have to fly into Boston Airport. Okay.
Yep.
And then catch a bus, which is about an hour and a half bus trip to a ferry.
Whoa.
The ferry goes, because Martha's Vineyard, it's its own fucking island. There's no bridges. There's no way to get there other than this ferry. Okay. We take a ferry to get onto the island. Now, with this ferry, there are roads on Martha's Vineyard. Okay. So the ferry can take people, but it can also take cars.
Okay.
But here's the thing. If you want to take your car onto or off of Martha's Vineyard, which we don't want to do. Like I was thinking, we'll rent a car. I don't want to do a fucking bus to a ferry to a whatever.
Not at this price.
Well, that's the thing, right? If over the summer, and the summer is the popular time, right?
Yep.
If you want to take a car on the ferry to get your car onto or off of Martha's Vineyard, you have to make a reservation on the ferry. And I just for kicks looked into it a month and a half ago.
Yep.
Completely sold out.
I bet.
Like basically you have to book it months ahead of time. And God forbid if you book to get your car on to Martha's Vineyard and then you want to get it off, but you didn't make a reservation to get it off. No, you're fucked basically. So you're totally fucked.
Here in California, not too far from me, there's a place called Catalina Island.
I've been there on a cruise. We went there. We stopped.
And you can take a cruise ship there. You could take a ferry to Catalina Island, or you can take what we did. You could take a helicopter to Catalina Island as well. But they only allow golf carts on Catalina Island.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So you're not even allowed to have a car on Catalina Island.
Let's take a look.
You may be right. You may be right.
Can you drive? Can you drive on Catalina Island? I think it's just a golf cart. Here's the answer. A visitor generally cannot bring your car onto Catalina Island. There's no public car ferry, and private vehicle ownership is heavily restricted. Many visitors get around by walking, golf cart, taxi, bike, or local shuttle service. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
So they have cars on the island, but
I guess they are just like the local cars. I would think. So anyway, we did not see a car when we were over there on Catalina Island. Anyhow, so you're going there the second half of that week. So you're going for 3 or 4 days you're spending in Martha's Vineyard.
Right, exactly. And again, this was one where, Josh, Vera's brother was like, hey, we've got it and it's free. And these are the dates. So like, I couldn't change the dates. And so with you and I both gone at the same time, we're not going to tell Ashley when she can and can't vacation, right?
Well, we could, but that would be very dickish of us.
It would be.
And you know what? We'll just have all of the time zones covered. She'll have Central Time. You'll have Eastern Time, and I will have European time covered. We will figure out. Look, the emergencies that typically happen in our world are emergencies that we need to then go to our team and say, this is what needs to be done. I don't know that that's really going to be any different, right?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I just don't think it's going to be that big.
I mean, the physical presence of us in a spot that is accessible is it's not happening. It's not how we've ever run our business.
True. Very true.
Nor do we need to. It's just the whole idea of I'm not going to be in front of my 232-inch monitors to be able to fix shit if it gets broken.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know. It's really hard to see all of those columns in Monday.com on my little phone.
I know, right? That's the problem. So tell us about Italy. What is the Italy plan?
All right, so we're starting in Sicily. So our next door neighbors, Richard and Pam, are celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary, and they have a family or they have a group of 12 plus us, 14 people that are going to be in Sicily. Now, currently, they're on a anniversary cruise. Now, I wanted to go on the cruise, but JJ's not a big cruiser, so we decided the Sicily and Florence portion of the vacation will be our side.
Now, where did the cruise leave out of and go back into Italy?
Well, it is Greece. Yeah, I don't remember. I can't remember what Greek islands Greece, Turkey, and some other place. I can't remember all of the ports that they're going
so
to.
It's like leaving Europe and coming back in Europe. It's not like transatlantic where they got on in New York and it went across.
Only I would do that, going to Hawaii 7 days or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Find this little dot on the map called Hawaii from the western coast of San Francisco. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, and you mentioned that's not JJ's thing. She's just not into cruising, right?
No, which is funny because she has in March. She's doing a self-care and educational thing on a cruise with her clients and a partner that she has taken.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so we're going to be going somewhere. I can't remember where it is. I think it's just the Caribbean. So it's not one of those. Now for us on the East Coast, like the Caribbean thing is like, it's just like the typical tour. You know, you go to like the 6 islands and then you do all of that, and that's kind of like the generic vanilla tour cruise when you're on the East Coast. When you're on the West Coast and you hear about that, you're like, oh, cool! I get to go to all these cool Caribbean islands. I'm like, okay, well, they're not really that cool. Every island pretty much looks the same when you get there. The port is owned by the cruise line, so every jewelry store and everything else is pretty much the same over there. Wait, I probably could find the text message that you sent to me to tell you what you.
Oh yeah, that we got to talk about that on the show because I don't fucking remember what it was.
Okay, don't have that one. Don't know that one. Last quarter, no. Next conference, no. Got all that. No, I probably can't find it. Oh, wait, here it is. Good, nice guys on business topic. Yeah, I can move them. Just finish. Okay, there's going to be a lot to work on for each episode. Growing pains you're talking about. It's all good either way. Running a business, yada, yada, yada. I've got us covered. We can talk about that Thursday too. Okay, I've got us covered while you're in Italy. Go have fun. We can talk about that Thursday too. So I guess we really did talk about, no, not Italy. I was thinking, maybe we were going to talk about Italy too, but I thought we were going to talk about one of the things that we really should talk about, which is something that we don't talk about a lot, maybe because my ego gets in the way, but maybe it's more about like how good you are. Can we talk about that for a second?
Oh, me personally?
Yes.
Okay, I'm always down with that because I'm not feeling it today.
So let me
beat up today.
Let me set the stage for our nice guy community, and you can feel free to chime in wherever you want, Strickland. And maybe I've just been so immersed in this and so sometimes stuck in my little customer support bubble. You can't see the forest for the trees. I think that we have what would be considered one of the best. If you're in podcast production, I'm not saying that everybody's business is podcast production, but if you're in podcast production, we have probably one of the best systems that is out there to handle production, distribution, marketing, communication, and we use Monday.com, and that is the tool that we use. But the tool
Monday.com is not a sponsor, but they could be.
They absolutely could be. But Strickland created the infrastructure within Monday.com. Monday.com didn't create the infrastructure. Strickland did. They just are the tool that we are using. You could have a wrench, but not know how to use the wrench, and the wrench wouldn't be any good. But if you have a system for how to use the wrench, then it's really, really good. Until we were introduced to this other company that has about 8 times more clients than we have.
Yeah.
Right. But they're creating this system. They have this system that they've built, which is, in my estimation, so far behind what we have created. And we have been doing it for probably 10 years almost. I don't know how many years have we been with Monday.com?
Good question.
7?
At least
8?
7 or 8. Yeah.
Okay. 7 or 8 years. But why anyone would do it differently, I don't know. And the only reason I can think of is because you and Marjorie investigated, or Ashley investigated, or whoever did. And then you made the decision, because I'm like, I don't know, Strick, whatever you think is best. And you not only built this system, but you built the system very much like, think about this, think about the mirror logic of this. You built the Monday.com production system very much like you probably built Telemagic for Washington Talent.
Yeah, I tried to build it in a similar way where it would be intuitive and you weren't doing double entry and you could find whatever you need from wherever you were. All of that kind of stuff. Yeah. I think it's a good system right now.
Well, when you look at Monday.com and all that you have done, and you get so fed up with whatever antiquated system whether it's the network that we are just about to start doing work with or anything else, I really feel like you're in a power position gently to say to whoever we are working with, look, this system is really challenging, and you're really creating a lot of friction between you and not only your clients, which is important, but more important, between you and your team.
Right.
But they're so caught, not them that we're just about to go to work with, but most people are so stuck in their old system that they can't even see that they can't see all of the problems that they have created. Is that fair?
That's 100% true. And the other thing that I had in mind with Monday.com, the way we've set it up and the way we've continued to improve on it, is I want to make sure it's not that nothing in it is dependent on us. That's it, really.
Yeah.
And the system with the new guys that we have teamed up with, it is quite dependent on one person right now. And the long email that I sent you, where I'm like starting to explain things to Angelica for our team to understand, dude, that's the scratching the surface. I mean, there's so much more.
I bet.
And this system is very, very complicated, far more than it needs to be. And so my plan,
more than it needs to be.
Right.
It's not like it's being it's created that way because the end result is far superior. I would say if we're spending more of our time in the system and less of our time actually doing the stuff that is making a quality product, then you probably you don't have the right system, I would think.
Yeah, it's not terribly efficient, but we need to blend in and do it the way they want to do it. And then as soon as we get settled in, then we can start making suggestions on how to improve it. But
totally agree. It's hard to come in with being the new guy on the block and saying, hey, can I come in and change your entire system because I really think that there's a better way, without actually immersing yourself in the system.
Yeah. And I had a feeling, like from our very first conversation with the guy who was coordinating the other, that as soon as I said, so, do you have the whole process, start to finish? Do you have it documented? No, I don't have it really documented anywhere, but I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. And sure enough, I mean, not only is it not documented, it is not intuitive, and that's okay, because he and I had a nice, good hour and 20-minute meeting, where he walked me through the whole thing. Well, you and I had a meeting with him where he did the quick version, right?
Oh, that was the quick version.
Oh yeah, that was the quick version. And then I spent a good 2.5 hours going over that meeting, checking all the links, making questions, writing up my own documentation of the workflow. And then he and I met for another, 80 or 90 minutes where I asked questions. He walked through, he clarified things. And now I'm putting together the documentation for our team and trying to come up with better ways to do it. Yeah, they've got like 6 different apps that they use for everything. And I'm like, no, we could do this with like 2 apps and do it better and more efficiently. But,
I got it. Well, hats off to you for not only tackling, starting on the tackling. Right now, you're just coming up. You're in the scrimmage right now. There's been no strategy that has come up.
I'm right. This is like I'm still in the locker room and I'm writing up the plays. Right. I'm charting out the plays that I'm going to have to explain to our team and the players on how to execute. But we're getting there. One thing,
my brother. It's right now. It's all X's and O's, and we're trying to turn those X's and O's into dollar signs.
That is it, 100%.
Oh shit! I forgot we had
X's and O's into a whole bunch of W's. We want to get a lot.
We had voicemail. I forgot all about voicemail. Okay, we can do it. Let's. I'm going to unless something happens between now and the time that you end the preamble music here, the theme song from voicemail from Jared. Mm-hmm. Unless my death occurs and somebody has to pick me up to carry me over to there is a clause in the contract from the Neptune Society that says we have the right in the first 2 years to contest your the services that you have to determine whether we're going to fulfill the obligation of the cremation. Like
what?
Well, okay, so here's the deal. So you don't pay $3,200 up front.
Okay.
You pay, let's say, $120 a month for 3 years or whatever it is. Okay. $120 a month. Mm-hmm. So in the first 2 years, you've only paid, let's say, $2,000 of the $3,000. Okay. They have the right to contest it.
Well, if you haven't fully paid the contract out, they can. Okay, that makes sense. I thought you were saying you were paying over like 12 months and that at the end of 2 years they could contest it. I'm like,
no. During your quote unquote financing of the arrangement, they have the right to contest it. I'm like, who are you going to contest it against?
That's true. Who are you going to contest it to? Yeah.
I had a lot of questions about a lot of things, and I'm sure I bothered the shit out of the guy. But it's like, hey, once I'm gone, I can't really argue the point anymore. So I may as well argue all of this shit up front. I can't wait to get my Neptune Society card in the mail. So I am a card-carrying cremation client.
So you can hand them that at the hospital when you're like, hey, do your best, but if you can't, give these guys a call.
Yeah. See, most people hand like the Jacoby Miles card. Jacoby Miles is that was a law firm in community in Maryland.
Yeah, the ambulance chasers. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, all right, let's do our voicemail.
All right, let's get the right here. Let's try that. There we go. Oh, and by the way, here before we even start, because I'm not going to wait till the end. I'm not going to say anything after the music. I'm looking at the visual.
Does not look like Jared to me.
Does not look like Jared.
No, Jared is a little bit more spaced out and not quite as spiky.
I'm thinking this is either my number one choice. I think it's Emily. Could possibly be Erica.
Well, I can just tell from the sheer length, it's not JD. I know that.
No, it's definitely not JD. It's too long for JD.
Definitely doesn't look like Jared, and that's really weird that we know that right off the bat. But I don't have any idea who it is.
And now you know what's going to happen. Next week we're going to get a call from JD, and he's going to just ramble just to prove us wrong.
JD, you know that this is not you. I mean, I know you're not looking at this because we don't have video because you know what? We've gotten wise. It's our last couple of episodes. Too much work.
Oh, and also let's talk about next week. So my plan was to find somebody else to be a co-host next week, right? And when I said that, I wasn't realizing that I'm also going to be out of town. I'll be out of town Tuesday through Sunday. Like, I could record remote, or I could plan something before I leave.
Hold it. I got a better idea. The better idea would be, let's see who in our community.
Hang on, let's do from the what?
let's podcast from the vineyard.
Oh, that's true. We could. Go ahead. You tell me your idea, Doug. But I think Vera's got an even better idea. But go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I defer to Vera. I was trying to create an environment where less work is better. And look, if you don't think that recording an episode is work, then go ahead and do it. But I was just trying to give you an abundance of freedom so that you didn't have to do that. What I was going to say is, let's hand the reins over to anyone in our community that can come up with 20 to 40 minutes or more of content that we could put as an episode, and we would have to have them share the file with us so that we could just upload it to Monday.
Well, I got to tell you, I like the novelty of that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that. Let's put it out there and say anybody in the community, and I know we have podcasters, we definitely have people that record podcasts. Not that we're not going to name any names because we don't want to put more work on anyone. Mm-hmm. But if any listener out there, podcaster or non-podcaster, would like to record some content, and I think your parameters are good. It has to be at least 20 minutes. Okay.
Yeah,
you do not have to record for an hour. All right.
No,
but
it's hard.
At least 20 minutes, and preferably up to 40 minutes. If you want to do more, go to town. It can be as long as you want.
Yeah, true.
And all you need to do is email that directly to me. Okay. So it's Strick, STRICK at turnkeypodcast.com. Mm-hmm. And if you get that to me by next Wednesday, what is next Wednesday's date?
I'd like
24th.
I'd like to volunteer Jared. He's got a studio at his house. I think he's got.
You see, I just said I wasn't going to throw names out because I didn't want anyone to feel obligated.
I don't want Jared to feel obligated, but he does have a studio at his house. and Emily and Erica, you guys have studios at your house too. And I'm pretty sure that Tim had a podcast at one point, and I know he's got at least the equipment to do it. Or all of you guys, you can coordinate on your own just through the Nice Guy community. If you don't have anybody's email address, just drop a message in the Nice Guy community. If you forget Strickland's email address, just go to the Nice Guy community and just leave a message there. As a matter of fact, you could probably record your entire episode in the Nice Guy community, and we could we can't download it. You'd have to download it.
Yeah, we can't download it from Facebook. It won't let us do that.
We just need the recording. Strickland will
we just need the recording, and I will take care of the open and the close and the teaser and all of that good stuff. We are crowdsourcing the episode for next week. Now, if I don't get anything by Wednesday, I think what I'm going to do is I will bring that mini recorder that we used.
Yeah.
I just need to get a couple of plug-in mics, but I've got some mics I could bring.
Strickland, if you haven't already done this, buy one of these. Just go out to Amazon and get one of these.
Oh, is that your little
They're the things that hook up to your phone. They're so good, and the sound quality is great, and it was like $100, and Turnkey can pay the expense.
And is that two mics that are a single Bluetooth?
Two microphones, and then a single Bluetooth receiver that you hook onto the bottom of your phone.
Dude, that would be fucking convenient. Hold on.
So super simple. Now. And the app is in your phone. So all you need to do is download the recording after you're done, if you decide to go that direction.
Do you have a link to the actual one that you have?
The one that I have is for
a gajillion of them out there.
This is a Rode. I can probably find the one that I use.
Rode.
You got to get the right connection at the bottom.
Wireless micro.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah, it's got to be like USB-C or the new one, right?
Whatever. Yep.
Oh, here we go. Compact wireless microphone, 2 mics with charge case for smartphone content creation, USB-C. This looks like what you just showed.
That's exactly what it is. It says 2 mics with charge case for smartphone content creation. That's exactly right.
That would be really fucking convenient, and I don't even need
$99.
Don't even need to. I got one for $87 here.
$87. I see that same one. $87.
What is the $98.99? Is there a
wonderful
color?
Just the color. Just the color.
Oh, 2 different places. Oh yeah, you can get like a red one or orange. That's pretty cool.
And it comes with, what's really cool is it comes with 2 little windscreens too that go on top of the microphone.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
But they're in the box. They're not in this fancy carrying case.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, because that would be super convenient to record with somebody else and it goes right into your phone and you don't need to bring in extra hardware and shit.
Totally.
You don't have to hand a mic back and forth and shit.
Exactly.
Wow. That's pretty handy. Now,
And
it works with the
really
Road
good.
Capture app. I'm assuming they have this for
I'm
Apple
sure.
and for
I am sure.
Droids.
Just make sure that just chat GPT it. Say, hey, which Rode wireless whatever do I need to buy for my USB-C? But they do make a USB-C connection for the bottom of that.
Okay, I might have to try that.
Okay, go on to the voicemail. Let's do it.
Here we go. Let's do it.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
Hello, Doug. Hello, Strickland. Tis moi, Erica Ross Krieger. How are you guys? Voicemail number 1. I am so laughing right now. I hope I can contain myself while I am leaving this message. It is Friday, the whatever the hell date it is. I don't know, the 10th or 12th? 12th. It must be the 12th, I guess. So I don't know when you're going to listen to this, but nonetheless, I have to tell you something. You guys make me laugh so hard, and that is worth so much in these days right now. And I was thinking about how you can't track what you guys are doing. So at the moment, I'm listening to this week's episode, and I think you started with something about Doug's truck and being downtown Ojai. And then Strickland said something about a Ferrari, and then you went on to track what the name of the other car was, the Fiera or whatever, and then it meant fire, and then you jumped from there to something else, and then you were talking about Joe Rogan, and literally the ping pong ball match with you guys is hysterical. I mean, it's like tracking inside of somebody with ADHD's brain.
Yeah, it's us,
and watching it and about where it goes. I think there was a movie a long time ago, something about being John Malkovich.
Oh,
this
yeah.
Be
Great movie.
Being the Nice Guys or something. And just trying to follow the bouncing ping pong ball of where you guys are going to go next. Like, I couldn't even bet money on where you're going to go next, even with me leaving this message, God knows.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank you so much for that entertainment. It's worth a mint, and if you could bottle it up and package it, like we all need a dose right now. So love you guys, love the show, thanks, and I'll keep listening, and we'll see where you go next. Bye.
Oh, that was so sweet and thoughtful.
That was very nice. Thank you, Erica. It's kind of like, I don't know on social media if you've ever seen the little short is that Instagram Shorts? No, it's Instagram Reels, where it's the inside the brain of someone with ADHD, and it's like a cartoon character, and he's like leaving his house and getting into his office, and he goes, okay, now I got to get to work. I got to get to work. Work. And starts singing the song, and then dancing, and then like 17 other things happen before he actually focuses on the project that he began to get in there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I've definitely seen others like that. And now I feel bad. We've just finished talking about how we're not going to record an episode for next week, and Erica shows so much appreciation for what we do. I love that.
But Strickland, see, that is part of the life benefit of you give them a lot and then you take it away a little bit. That's kind of like the crack guy, the dealer on the corner that's just don't you want a taste of this? Now, Erica, you've had a lot more than a taste of the Nice Guys. You've been fully immersed in the Nice Guy community. We don't like to put out best
inferior
of episodes. Yeah. Oh, that's true too. We don't
inferior content.
We never, if it's original content, it's never inferior. Even the shit that we've thought was really horrible. Like, I don't remember last week being like an exceptional episode. As a matter of fact, I thought just the opposite. I felt it was a little flat, but then I keep coming back to what that shit that you used to say to me all the time. It's like, sometimes I hate the episodes that I'm doing, but I'm not the one that's listening. You guys got to be the one tell us if you like it or not.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And Erica also said, she wouldn't bet on whatever topic we were going to talk about. We are on the poly markets now. You can bet on that on Kalshi, basically.
Wait. Is the poly market, you explained this to me a few months ago. The poly market is like anything can be bet on, correct?
100%. Yeah. So poly markets, and the way, so, technically sports gambling is now legal all across the country, like DraftKings and shit like that. Right. But the way those work is you have a line. Like I don't want to go really long on this because I'm definitely getting a little hangry. I think we need to wrap up the episode.
Okay.
But the bottom line is that like a DraftKings will have a spread, right? And it's like +4 or something like that. And you can either bet above or below, right?
Right.
And
got it.
so they're going to make money either way, because if somebody starts betting, many people start betting too much one way, they just move the line, right? So the way these poly market things work is it's like a percentage. You're kind of betting against other people. So let's say that I put out on the poly market, Doug and Strick will talk about Italy in next week's episode, right? Well, I'm going to put $20 saying, yes, they'll talk about Italy. Well, somebody else can put $20 out saying, no, they're not going to talk about Italy. Right.
Right.
And so what happens is if a whole bunch of people start betting, yes, they're going to talk about Italy, then the percentage to say no goes up.
Got it. I got it. So, I can't remember why we started talking about this.
Because I made a joke that our topics are on the poly market now, but it sounds like it went a little over your head.
We have lived our entire 1,700 plus episodes under the premise that we are not going to be prepared. Now, I would say that if we have 1,750 episodes, 1,700 have probably been in that format. Prior to that, we did used to have specific things that we came to the market with. We came to ready to publish and talk about technology and all that other stuff. And we just found that it was really hard on us. It's really hard.
It was too much work. And in fact, at one point we had Nice Guy Bingo that was for things that would come around all the time.
Right.
Like the center square, if I remember correctly, was welcome back, right? Because that's the free one. We know we're going to do that every single time.
Right.
But some of the other ones that were on there that were like, oh yeah, we do this all the time, we do that all the time, was like, these go to 11, and it was pink tutu, and it was other things that not around anymore because we have evolved.
Well, we used to way in the beginning. If you're a listener in our community going back this far, then hats off to you because you've been listening way too long. We used to review what was happening on the interview episode when we had.
Oh, right. I forgot that. Wow. That was a long time ago.
That was a long fucking time ago. God. Okay, let's wrap up. I am Buonasera, everybody. I will see you in 3 weeks. The next week, at least the next week, it's going to be up to you, Nice Guy community, to reach out either through the Nice Guy community or to Strickland if you want to record. This will be you can bring as many people as you want to the table. You just have to be the one that's going to organize it.
And you can record whatever you want. Record a 20-minute fucking ad for your own company.
That'd be great.
It's all good. We are crowdsourcing next week's episode. And if I get a recording by Wednesday, I'll make it into it. And hell, by the way, if I get more than one recording, I'll tack them together. You can hear everything that listeners have submitted.
And if you're a turnkey client and you're listening to the Nice Guys on Business, well, first of all, congratulations because you're the one. But let's say, for example, if you are Phil Fernaro and you are listening as the host of Lightbulb Moments, you're listening to the Nice Guys on Business, because I think, Phil, you do listen to the podcast. If you want to just do an episode of your show on our show and just conveniently every once in a while dropping our name so that we know that it wasn't just you taking a former recording from another episode and doing it, I'm open to that. Are you okay with
Okay.
that?
I want to put one restriction on that.
Okay, there you go.
I don't want to give any of our clients the option to take an interview that they did with somebody else.
That's what I just said.
And drop it in. I don't want to do that. Now, if let's say somebody hypothetically like Phil,
right,
wanted to do an episode about the kind of things he talks about on light bulb moments, right? And kind of focus on that as a solo episode. I'm totally down with that.
Okay.
But I don't want to open it up so much that it's like Phil basically goes into Monday.com and says, hey guys, I did this interview with this guy. Just copy that and make it the Nice Guys episode. Our Friday show is fuckery. It can be somewhat serious fuckery, but it can't be a Monday interview. It can't be the same thing as that.
I will make you this promise. I will not reach out to anyone that is a client and ask them if they've listened to the show, legitimately listened to the show, and they decided that based upon the parameters that Strickland just set up, pretty clear, that we are ready to rock and roll and we are ready to receive you. And I can promise you, you will have a very large bump in your listenership because you will be hearing all of our community will be then hearing you as well, and which should translate into, man, that guy Phil, he is amazing. I heard him on the Nice Guys, and then you might be able to get them to listen on your show. We should try that more often. We should actually do like a third episode a week. We can give it to our client. We could sell.
Okay, except here's the only problem. Doug, I want to remind you, we've been doing this for 11 years now?
Yeah.
What happens generally when we put out a call to action?
Oh, I know the answer to this.
What is that? What's the answer?
Absolutely nothing.
Exactly. So that's why, if for anybody that was listening, if you heard the sarcasm in my voice of if we get more than one recording, I mean, could it happen? Sure. And fish could fly too. But I mean, if it happens, we'll put them all on there. And I'll make one other promise. Doug and I will actually listen to the episode and comment on it when we're back.
100%. I agree with that. But I think we're going to get the same results as when we invite people on an all expense paid trip to Las Vegas.
We'll get bupkis.
Nobody.
And that's okay. So just email me, strick@turnkeypodcast.com.
Or
email me an MP3, MP4, a WAV file, some file that has audio, and I will get it on as an episode. And if not,
look,
it'll either be Vera and I and possibly her brother and sister-in-law recording our own episode from Martha's Vineyard, or it'll be a classic rewind episode.
Let me help you out just a little bit more. MP4, MP5, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
And now I know what the intro is going to be for this week.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, Nice Guy community. Do I say anything other than Steve O'Brien, take us out here?
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Do I say anything other than Steve O'Brien, take us out here? I can't remember.
No, I don't think so.
I got so discombobulated. I was doing an interview with Scott Adams. He was with the guy from Fraud Deflect.
Yeah.
I could not. I swear. I kept saying, keep it safe, keep it rolling. And then I'm like, Nice Guy community. And I couldn't remember Steve O'Brien, take us out of here. I could not remember any of that.
And what's so funny about that is the reason you had to do that interview with him was because I screwed up the recording the first time we did it. So Scott is clearly somebody that is, for whatever reason, is
very nice and just keeps coming back.
Yeah, exactly.
I do opens and closes for 60 fucking episodes of this stupid ass show and you can't even remember my goddamn name? Do you think I get paid if I said, and here's your nice guy, Dave Silver? They throw me out on my ass and never look back. They don't pay me enough for this shit. Nice Guys in podcast land my ass. I should call John Lee Dumas. I'll bet he appreciates his voiceover talent.